If you run a nonprofit in the United States, then this video is for you because OpenAI had just opened applications for a new funding opportunity. And last year, a similar program distributed more than $40 million to over 200 organizations. Now, before we go any further, this opportunity is specifically to eligible US-based nonprofits. So if you're watching from outside the United States, then this particular opportunity may not be for you. But if you run a nonprofit, a charity, a community organization, a local newsroom, library, cultural organization, or a community support program in the United States, you may want to pay close attention to this video. The applications are already open and the deadline is July 15th. And so in this video, I'm going to break down who qualifies for this funding, how much funding may be available, how to apply step by step, and if you know anyone, someone who works in nonprofit space, share this video with them because opportunities like this, they don't always reach the people who needs them the most, and also they don't last. So don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up, please subscribe to the channel, and let's get right into it. Now, before I go any further, I know AI can be a very sensitive topic. Some people are excited about it. Some people, they see the opportunities, and some other people are genuinely concerned about where all of this is heading. And to be very honest, this video isn't about convincing you to love AI. It's just simply about sharing an opportunity that currently exists. So the OpenAI Foundation has committed $50 million to support nonprofit organizations across the United States that is currently using AI or looking to explore or simply thinking about how AI could help them better serve their communities. And just to be clear, this is not a training program. It is not a scholarship. It is not a course. This is just a funding, real funding. In fact, last year, a similar program distributed more than $40 million to over 200 organizations. And the funding is completely unrestricted, which means organizations can use it in ways that best support their mission. So now let's talk about eligibility, because this is where many organizations will know almost immediately whether this opportunity is for them. So first, your organization must be registered 501c3 nonprofit in the United States. Secondly, your organization must have an annual operating budget between $500,000 and $10 million. And thirdly, you must be a standalone organization. So in other words, if you are simply a program or a department inside a university research center or another larger institution, then I'm afraid you won't be qualified. This opportunity is specifically designed for independent nonprofit organizations serving communities across the United States. So if you are watching this on behalf of a nonprofit or a charity, a local community organization, a cultural organization, library, museum, a nonprofit media outlet, then please keep watching because you may be exactly who this fund is looking for. So what kind of organization is OpenAI actually looking to fund? There are three main categories. The first is community support services. The second area is art and culture. And the third area is community, journalism, and media. So how much funding are we talking about here? The amount, to be honest, I think it depends on the size of your organization. And according to the source, which I'm going to pin in the comment section so you can read up and also get more information on, OpenAI says organizations might receive up to 10% of their annual operating budget. So if your organization has $1 million annual budget, then you could potentially receive up to $100,000. And if it's a $5 million organization, you could potentially receive $500,000. And if it's a 10 million organization, then you might receive up to $1 million. Now, the final amount is determined by the foundation. But here is what makes this particularly interesting. The funding is unrestricted, so there are no requirements to use specific AI tools, no requirement to use ChatGPT, and no requirement to spend the money in a particular way. The organization decides how the funding can best support its mission. And to be very honest, that is not something you get to see every day. So now let's talk about the application itself. So OpenAI is basically asking organizations to answer a handful of questions about who they are, who they serve, the impact they've made, and how they are thinking about AI in general. So for example, you may be asked questions to describe your organization's mission, the communities you serve, and the work you basically do. So you'll also be asked questions about the biggest challenge you're currently facing with your community right now and how additional funding could help you respond. Another possible question can focus on the impact. And finally, you're going to be asked about AI. So before you submit your application, you will also need to gather some very important supporting documents. And these documents basically include your financial information, such as your recent financial statement and your current operating budget. So to be honest, if you're interested, don't wait until the last day to start looking for those documents. I would say once everything is ready and this is an opportunity that you feel best suits your nonprofit organization, then head over to the portal, check all what I've said. Please do your own due diligence, but I'm going to pin the link to the sources in the comment section. And one important thing to remember is application closes on July 15. And according to OpenAI, late submission will not be accepted under any circumstances. So if this opportunity looks like a fit for your organization, then give yourself enough time to prepare a strong application rather than rushing at the very last minute. And not every opportunity will be for everyone. This one is special for non-profit organizations in the United States. But if you run one currently, or you work for one, or you sit on the board, or you know someone who does, then this is the kind of opportunity that is worth paying attention to. Also, before you go, just a quick update. The Anywhere Income Academy is expected to launch by the end of this month into the following month. And so if you would like to be among the first to hear about it, join the WhatsApp community group linked in this comment section pinned to this video. And over the next few weeks, I will be sharing more opportunities, practical skills, funding programs, AI opportunities, online income ideas, and other pathways that can help people move forward. If this is something that sounds like your jam, then please hit the like button and share this video to someone that you care so much about that needs this information. And don't forget to drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know where you're watching from and let me know what you think about AI opportunities in particular. I can't wait to read from you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Till then, take care and bye for now.